Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, February 7th, 2017. I'm Fredicia Liburd. We begin with this notice for our viewers that Nevis Television is currently not available on the Digital Play platform. This is due to poor transmission between our office and the Digital head end. Technicians have been and are currently working to resolve the issues being experienced. We remind you, our valued viewers, our entire evening's programming is being streamed on www.nevistvonline.com, as well as to persons on IPTV devices and smart TVs. Once again, we continue to express our apologies to Digital Play consumers and trust that the service can be resumed in the shortest possible time. The Nevis Island Administration, through its Public Works Department, is happy to bring some relief to the people of Newcastle through the commencement of the Shaw's Road Improvement Project. Junior Minister of Works, the Honourable Troy Liburd, visited that site on Monday, February 6th.
This is a project that has been a long time coming, and we are happy to bring some relief to the people of Newcastle. Ultimately, when this project is finished, we will have a paved road that goes from Newcastle, just adjacent to the airport, all the way up to Fountain, just about 2 miles of road. We are hoping that we would be able to complete this by the end of this year. It's a very long project, but nonetheless we are hopeful that we'll be able to get through really quickly. We expect that there would be some disruption in terms of traffic and other things. There would be some noise from the heavy equipment. We are going to be deploying dust control measures, but we are aware that there would still be some limited amount of dust. So we ask for the continued understanding of the general public as we try to deliver this project to improve their lives.
Director of the Public Works Department, Raoul Pemberton, noted that the project will be done in 2 sections.
The first one from the Island Main Road in Newcastle up to the Mount Nevis junction, and the second section will be done from there to the Fountain Playfield. For this project, mostly with respect to the civil works, we have quite a bit of excavation of the material that is here, the topsoil and the debris, the rough dirt. We're going to have that removed, placed proper engineered fill. We are going to be doing some drainage, proper compaction, and the final section or the final phase of this section would be the asphalting of the road.
Utilities upgrades are also included in the Shaw's Road Improvement Project.
We would be doing some upgrading to the water mains, and basically the project will be done in 2 parts. From the intersection at the Mount Nevis Hotel down to the Island Main Road, we'll be installing 4-inch pipes, as well as we'll be installing firefighting devices. The other section that we will hope to do is from the intersection at Mount Nevis onto Fountain. On this section, we hope to install 6-inch mains, and this is in keeping with the future demands of the area and potential water use.
Also touring the site of the Shaw's Road Improvement Project were Denzel Stanley, Principal Assistant Secretary in the Ministry of Communications and Works, and Daniel Williams, Supervisor for Roads in the Public Works Department. Senior Minister and Minister of Labour in the Federal Cabinet, the Honourable Vance Amory, has welcomed the February 6th to 9th Labour Management Information System Training Workshop that will expand the world of work opportunities to nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis. The purpose of the Labour Management Information System is to acquire and establish a database which would be able to inform all of the CARICOM member countries as to the availability of labour and the availability of employment. This will facilitate the movement of labor where it is required to facilitate the CARICOM Single Market and Economy CSME and the implementation thereof, Senior Minister Amory says. Rosa May Whittier, Free Movement and Labour Officer in the CSME unit, is facilitating several sessions of the training in St. Kitts and Nevis and other regional territories. She says ensuring that we have strong employment and labour policies based on data is absolutely critical to ensure the growth of our individual countries and our region collectively as we continue to overcome the challenges of globalization. Software for the establishment of the Labour Management Information System and their computers to operate it will be provided by the CARICOM Secretariat, which received funding for the project under the 10th European Development Fund. The workshop is taking place at the Ocean Terrace Inn and is being attended by officials from the public sector, private sector, and trade unions. Still to come, the Department of Higher Education to facilitate hospitality workshop. The details after this break.
On January 30, 2017, the Alexandra Hospital will be issuing health ID cards to all patients accessing service as part of the introduction of our Health Information System, HIS. The process is simple and will take just a few minutes. A photo will be taken of each individual accessing service, and within minutes, your card will be printed and issued. You will be required to present this card each time you access service at the outpatient department. We are craving the public's cooperation as we implement the new system, which will be of benefit to all. When fully operational, it will significantly improve the quality of service and reduce patient waiting time. Remember, the start date is January 30, 2017. Join the movement in health.
I got my card.
Welcome back. The Department of Higher Education, in collaboration with the Adult and Continuing Education and the Technical Vocational Education and Training TVET, will be hosting a hospitality workshop beginning on February 20th at the Charlestown Primary School. Education Officer responsible for Adult and Continuing Education, Adina Taylor, spoke to us about the target group.
We're looking for teachers. They are dealing with parents, they are dealing with children, and we really want to improve the hospitality and the customer service here in Nevis. So we are targeting everybody across the island. We want when you step into any restaurant, any business place, if you're even going into a little shop on the side of the street, you should get the same treatment as when you step into the Four Seasons.
Taylor also told us how persons can register for the 6-month workshop.
You can register at the education department. We have the forms. If you cannot find the time to come in, just call in, put your names down, but we have some forms. It's a small fee of $50 for the registration. It is a 6-month duration course. It will be at the Charlestown Primary School, and it's from 6 p.m. It's 3 days per week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
The main facilitator of the workshop, Sylvester Wallace, is encouraging persons to register.
So I encourage each and everyone to come on out and sign up for these workshops because they will help us in our everyday lives. Especially that we are on tourism industry and hospitality industry and a service industry, customer service industry. We should take the advantage and initiative to do these programs.
Topics to be covered include customer service, communication skills, etiquette, cake making and decorating, and pastry making. The facilitators include managers Akil Blaze of housekeeping, Vernie Hanley of stewarding, and Vanessa Paris, former manager of concierge at the Four Seasons Resort Nevis, as well as manager of Hamilton Beach Villas and Spa, Vanessa Allen. Registration forms are available at the Department of Higher Education at Pinny's Industrial Site. For further information, contact the department at 469-0389 or 469-5521 extension 5083 or 5095. The Bank of Nevis Limited on Friday, February 3rd, held a media launch of its rights issue and additional public offering. Under the Banking Act, which came into effect in May 2016, commercial banks are required to set aside and maintain a minimum paid-up capital of $20 million, which must be in place by August 2017. General Manager Everett Martin explains.
Currently, the paid-up capital of the Bank of Nevis Limited is 9.3 million, representing a total of 9.3 million shares at EC $1 per share. In an effort to meet the shortfall in the paid-up capital requirement, the shareholders of the Bank of Nevis Limited, at a meeting on 18 February 2016, gave approval for a rights issue and an additional public offering, or APO, to be conducted. During the rights issue, shareholders owning shares as at the 25th of January 2017 are entitled to purchase one right or a share for each share held at a price of $1 EC.
According to Martin, the rights issue opened on February 1st and will close on March 31st, 2017.
If all the shares are not purchased, the remaining shares plus a number equivalent to a value of no less than EC $10 million will be made available via an APO. The price of the shares offered via the APO will be communicated at a later date.
The additional public offering will open on May 1st and close on June 30th, 2017.
In accordance with the provisions of the Securities Act, the Banking Act, and the Companies Ordinance, shareholders of the Bank of Nevis Limited are invited and encouraged to participate in the rights issue. Existing shareholders and the general public are invited to participate in the APO. The rights issue and the APO will be made pursuant to a prospectus which has been approved by the Eastern Caribbean Securities Regulatory Commission, and the prospectus and the application forms will be available at the Bank of Nevis Limited brokerage unit and online on the bank's website. The prospectus will also be available at other broker-dealers in the Eastern Caribbean Currency Union.
Interested persons should contact the Bank of Nevis Limited at 869-469-5564, extensions 245 or 373, or email investments@thebankofnevis.com. That's it for this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liburd. Thank you for viewing.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.